Hey, it's Michael, and I have but one thing to say. What in the blue freaking moon? Okay, so reports came out on Tuesday that the bid made by hedge fund owner Steve Cohen to buy the Mets and effectively free the Mets fan base from the treacherous Wilpons has hit a snag. Let me read you the article from NBC Sports. It says, on Tuesday, it was reported that billionaire hedge fund manager Steve Cohen's bid to purchase the New York Mets was, quote-unquote, on life support. It appears now that the plug has been pulled. Now, Charles Gasparino of Fox Business, who I do not trust, is reporting that Cohen has walked away from the deal and will stay away unless the Wilpons agree to give him some say in running the team. Yes, I do recall that the deal was originally reported to be one in which Cohen was to take control by 2025. However, as the Wilpons will do, and have done before, they insisted on holding power longer than that. The Mets are a multi-billion-dollar investment. Running a team is a multi-billion-dollar investment. So, I get where Cohen is coming from. He is a businessman, and walking away, quote-unquote, appears to be a negotiation tactic. He studied negotiation tactics, he knows negotiation tactics, and I believe that this is a negotiation tactic to get the Wilpons back to the table. But as of right now, I understand his displeasure with the Wilpons. I would be displeased with the Wilpons too. All they care about is themselves. They don't care about fielding a winning team. They don't care about championships. They don't care about the fan base. All they care about is maintaining power and maintaining the team for themselves. It's just plain wrong. An update came out about an hour ago from Eric Boland. Who is this guy? Who is this Eric Boland? Oh, a Yankees beat writer. Of course. So he represents the rival. So Yankees beat writer Eric Boland, who I automatically distrust because he is Yankees, says Rob Manfred on Mets situation with he misspelled Wilpons. So yeah, non-credible source. So let's go to this Bergen Record. This was written by Justin Toscano of the Bergen Record. And according to Toscano, the attempted acquisition came into question on Tuesday. We've gone over that. Reports soon indicated that talks of the deal being dead could instead be a negotiation ploy. That's what I believed. But I think that theory took a hit on Thursday, according to Toscano. MLB Commissioner Rob Manfred said at the owners' meetings today that his belief is that there's not going to be a transaction. Of course, in December, Sterling Partners, owned by the Wilponses, released a statement that they were negotiating with Cohen, the billionaire hedge fund owner, to sell the Mets. On Tuesday, a Barstool Sports podcast, I don't trust Barstool Sports, reported that those talks were not going well. Mets, hours later, released a statement saying parties are subject to confidentiality obligations, including a mutual NDA, and therefore cannot comment. Now that sounds fishy, if you ask me. That sounds just like the freaking Wilpons. Now, I have not voiced my displeasure with the Wilpons in a video. I have not done a video on the Mets as of yet. This is my first video on the Mets, and after this, I can safely say that the Wilpons are the MLB version of Hitler. All they care about is power. All they care about is themselves. And if this deal does not go through, it's time for the MLB to step in. It's time for the fans to step in with their own version of Operation Valkyrie. Don't go to the games. Do not watch SNY. Do not buy from the sponsors that advertise on Mets games don't even buy the merchandise. Just listen to the games on radio and hit the Wilpons where it hurts, in their pockets. If the sponsors feel like they're in a pinch, they'll let TV and radio know about it, and then TV and radio will let the Wilpons know about it, and they'll be forced to make a sale no matter what the cost. That's the Mets version of Operation Valkyrie. And fitting that it comes in the year of the 75th anniversary of the end of World War II. Coincidence? I think not. But anyway, I cannot stand the Wilpons. I want them eliminated from baseball. Eliminated from the Mets. And eliminated from the Overwatch League too. Because they are my favorite Overwatch League team, the NY Excelsior. Which, by the way, starts up again on Saturday. Oh my god. I just want them out of New York, okay? Get the Wilpons the blank out of there. I'm so done with them, it's not even funny anymore. Anyway. I am just about done here. Wait, here we go. Here we go. This one's from the Post, who first reported on this. There we go. Let me read you something from the New York Post before I finish up. Cohen thought that his $2.6 billion deal to buy the Mets in installments over 5 years would give him some control that would grow over time to help the team make decisions during the transition. Mets owners disagreed, and the deal for now is off. And yes, knowing the Wilpons, they've done this before. According to people familiar with negotiations, Wilpons usually made it clear to Cohen that while he would be paying hundreds of millions of dollars every year, they would in fact retain control over all decision making regarding the franchise until the end of 5 years. Yes, they messed this one up badly. That was met with displeasure from Cohen, which I understand. Trader so famous for his yearning to control his operations that he was known to keep the trading floor at his previous hedge fund set exactly 69 degrees. From the beginning, the structure of waiting 5 years to turn over the team was seen as ripe for conflict. Yeah, I definitely see that. Early reporting on the deal was the Wilpons would be majority owners until year 5. Insiders gave a clear sense that Cohen's cash infusions would afford him the right to a seat at the table when it came to buying talent or front office hiring within that window. As late as early January, so right after the first of the year, sources close to Cohen were openly sanguine that he would be taking gradual control of the Mets in addition to his role running his hedge fund, Point72 Capital. From discussions with those familiar with the talks, it is unclear if the confusion over whether Cohen would be making team decisions during the 5-year window was merely a miscommunication or a last-minute surprise from the Wilpons. My guess, last-minute surprise from the Wilpons. Again, typical Wilponsies. Wilpons are gaining a reputation for deals that include strange ending twists. Why am I not surprised? March 2019, they bought back a 12% stake in the team from Comcast and Charter Communications at a lower than expected $1.5 billion. Months later, Wilpons agreed to sell the team to Cohen for $2.6 billion. If the Wilpons knew a Cohen deal was coming, it looks like a suspicious trade. 2011, David Einhorn accused the Wilpons of trying to rewrite his deal to buy a minority stake in the team at the 11th hour. Deal fell apart. Of course, Wilpons at it again. 2002, they gained control of the Mets from Nelson Doubleday by paying a below-market $391 million valuation with the help of MLB Commissioner Bud Selig, chosen arbitrator. Oh my god. The Wilpons are the most notorious, unscrupulous owners in all of baseball and in all of sports. They sicken me. They sicken me to no end, and it's time to just put the Wilpons out of their misery, put the Mets out of their misery, and just freaking sell the team. I don't care what you have to do, just sell the blasted team. That's the only way the Mets can return to prominence and finally overshadow their rivals in the Bronx. Get this deal done, get the Wilpons out of there, and get some people in the seats at Citi Field for once in your lives. Oh my God. I'm sure a couple of my high school friends who are Mets fans will attest to this. This is just flat out insane. What are the Wilpons doing? They're being a bunch of jerk-offs. That's what they're doing. And I can't stand it anymore. Anyway, now I'm done here. Memo to the Mets. Get the deal done. Get the Wilpons out of there. And here's hoping we have a good 2020 season. I'm through here. Let's go, Mets. Mike, sign off.